Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Gozi and this is Chat with Gozi. Please, if you're here to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. So let's just get right into it. Today we had the Aquafina Task, yes, my paddy of life. And at first, the task was divided into two. The first round was basically a question round. Yes, they were each to answer questions about their paddies. And the paddy in this case will be their partners. Yes, they had 10 seconds to answer. They were able to write down the answers to the questions. And then after writing it down, they would say it out. And if their partners get it correctly, then they get 10 points. However, if only one of the partners gets it, they get 5 points. Like that, like that, like that. And they had just 5 questions to answer, making a total of 50 points. Big Brother had told them that this would be helpful in the second game, as the points, whatever points they get here, will be added to their second game. And the questions, and to be fair, you really have to know your partners to be able to answer those questions. Nobody got the whole 50 out of 50. However, some people came close and got 45. Yes, the likes of Wanni, Handi, and Checkers. Yes, they tried, they got 45 points. Some other teams got 40 and the likes. The least among all the pairs was the Shatoria pair that got just 10 points. But then again, we already know that. And there were some questions that were just like, what is this? For instance, if you were to be paired with any other person in the house, who would you want to be paired with? That was for the trees. And Tolu has said that, Toby has said that it's Cassia. I say, hey, this one way they carry married woman on your head like this. And Mayor had said Ruthee. That one, we'll talk about that one later when we are talking about his diary session. That's his talk was just Sakamachi as far as I'm concerned. Well, a lot of questions for the Zing way. They say love or money, which does your partner prefer? And Chinwe had written money for her guy, whereas her guy said that it's love for him. I'm like, okay, hope this will not cause quanta later. Well, the first part of the task was done, and then the second part was basically for them to write a proposal speech. Yes, and they were to present it to their partners, and they were at the end of the day meant to present a bracelet to the partner, that's to their paddy of life. Yes, the speech was for their partners, and they were to be judged on storytelling, relativity, amongst other things. And if you ask me, their tales were really very emotional. Yes, this second part, there were a lot of crying. I mean, people were just cutting onions anyhow. Yes, I felt some speeches such as Double K. Yes, I felt Wanni and X Handi. I felt Tofa's speech. Like a lot of people's speeches were given. Yes, they were very lovely. However, at the end of the day, Big Brother had told them that Aces and Wanni X Handy did very well in the first part. Then for this second part, they all gave beautiful speeches. However, one reigned supreme, and he had crowned Checkers as the winner of the Aquafina Task. Let's quickly talk about the brief altercation between Ozee of the Mbadiwe twins and Nelly of the Nelita pair, which also included Anita. Yes. Now, what had happened? You see how they were sitting here, because Big Brother had said they should go to the garden and all that. So they were seated like this, and basically they were just having conversations. Everybody was talking, imputing, and all. It was all good vibes. In fact, there were some conversations that the people that were on the bed were contributing in these conversations. So like that, or conversations were being had here and there. People were talking and all. And then Femi and Ozee started talking about struggles. Yes, they started talking about growing up, life struggles, and all. And then a question as to, because Femi was saying that, man, there are different levels to this thing, different levels of suffer and all. Femi was of the opinion that the Mbadiwe twins have not really suffered, you get. And By the way, twins, we're talking about how you don't really know them, so you don't know the challenges or the suffering that they might have been through. And then Femi was like, okay, where are you from? Like, where did they give birth to you? And Nelly had answered, I think she said UK. Now, at that point in time, Mbadiwe twins, that's the Ozee, did not shut her up. You get, right? Now she had said that and she had laughed and all, and then they continued the conversation. And for Femi, there are different levels of suffer, whereas for Ozzy, it was more like, yes, Nigerians have the mentality that if you're born with a silver spoon, you have no suffer, you do this, you do that. Basically, that subject matter was just all about suffer. Nelly jumped in, basically talking about this whole suffer wahala too, by saying that suffer is grade by grade. Ozzy basically shut her up. Yes, he had told her that he was not talking to her, so there was no need for her to chip in. Yes, she should basically mind her business. You know, this kind of thing. And Nelly was not having it. Yes, Nelly was like, we were all talking and I spoke and it became a problem, you get. And then two of them started going back and forth and all. The next thing, he had said something about giving her the suffering trophy, and hell no, she was not having that whole thing. They started talking, mind how you talk, you are not my mom. The other one, mind how you talk, you are not my. It was just so messy, and tempers were rising by the minutes. He had said something concerning how she's this way because she's head of house and all. And Nelly had really taken it personal because she was like, which one be, since you became head of house, you are telling people how to talk? I don't understand. When did I become head of house? It's not yesterday yet. It dey pain you. And Ozzy was like, no, you know, they pain him, pain him. After all, he was one of the people that nominated her as the head of house. So how will it be paining him? He was one of the people that campaigned for her to be head of house. How would it be paining him? You get? And she was like, you are obviously pained. And bringing up that whole head of house thing, Anita too was riled up. And Anita was like, how will I put it now? She was more like dropping small, small. You know, when they're about to quench fire and there's someone pour fuel or pour kerosene. That was kind of what Anita was doing, if you ask me. And then Ozzy at some point stopped talking because it's like, nah, I'm not going to give you that highlight. I'm not going to be caught in any negative content. You get all those kind of things. And at a point, Suj had spoken to Nelly, and Nelly stood up because I think he had spoken to her to stand up so they have a conversation. And Nelly stood up, and then as they stepped out to have the conversation, he had pretty much not even opened his mouth to talk to her yet, and she had gone back, like she had left him there, that what is it, blah blah blah, and she had left him there and gone back to continue her kini. So Baba just came back to sit down and he was chilled and all. And then afterwards, Big Brother had told them to go back inside, and that was when they did the first Aquafina Task. Which before the task, she had gone to meet Suj to go and apologize for how she behaved towards him. Yes, she had gone to apologize that she's sorry and all. And Suj had told her he had heard. Now, Tofa had spoken to Suj earlier on and had told Suj that he feels like Ozzy has been off for a while now. Yes, this was before this fight. This girl was there, Onyeka, that he feels like Ozzy has been off for a while now since after them Indine left. It feels like he has been so in his feelings, and he has been taking almost everything personal. Yes, that he really needs to talk with him because he does not really get where all this his energy is coming from. Yes. And then because something had happened of Anita getting angry and all. So Onyeka was like, I don't understand. You want to put yourself in that mix to go and talk to him about this whole Anita stuff, getting angry and all. Because they had said something about Ozzy keeping, like, Ozzy kept on repeating something about Anita, that she had fulfilled all her sexual fantasies and the rest. And Anita did not like it, you get. So Onyeka was like, you want to go and put yourself in that mix, guy, I don't think it's right. You get? And he was like, no, he doesn't want to talk about that. That one is Anita's problem to talk about. But that he wants to talk about this other thing with Ozee because he feels like there's either a packed up energy somewhere or something is just not right. So after this whole thing now, after the current fights now and all, Suge had spoken with Ozee, talking to Ozee and telling him that, see, since them Edie Nail left, I am a partner, we've noticed, and we even said we'll talk to you because it looks like your attitude has shifted and some emotions have been triggered. Yes, and for Ozzy said that that's not true. If something like that has happened, his brother will be the first to tell him. That's Ozzy will be the first to tell him. Apart from that, that's the Indians. Yes, they remind him of his mom, but he does not think that his attitude has changed whatsoever, and that lately he has been a bit calm. Yes, before he was everywhere talking and all, but now he has been a bit calm. Anybody that comes to talk to him, fine, he will talk to them. But that maybe he has changed without knowing, so it's good for him to know this piece of information. And before all this, he had even stated that Nelly had disrespected him. So he's not up for that kind of energy. According to him, if you fight with a lady, even if you're right or wrong, the lady is always right. So he's not even going to entertain that. And she has disrespected him. So basically, he does not want her in his space anymore. For me, I feel like this is packed up anger. Yes, packed up anger from Nelly and Anita, being that whole them not picking aces to be their guest for the head of house room. They have been hearing Ozzy talking about it over and over again, and it has been pissing them off. They've had a conversation with him, but Baba keeps talking about it. And I feel like that whole thing contributed to this whole thing. Also, I feel like with Ozzy, he also is upset that they did not carry the boys because of the boys' plans and how he had campaigned. So I feel like that issue is still unresolved, irrespective of the fact that they have spoken about it. It's still not cleared. And I feel like that's where all this is coming from. Victoria spoke to Sean today, telling him of how she has overcome her mental stress. Yes, and how she is fine now. And basically, Sean advised her that she can even put that in her session. Yes, remember just to do a mental health talk. Yes, a podcast. So she can impute that and it will actually be relatable. Yes, if you ask me, this pair, sorry, they have started like gaining their grounds and gaining their relationship back. Both of them have started talking a lot of late, if you ask me. And I think this is all thanks to Ebuka. Yes, all thanks to his table shaking on Sunday, asking about their relationship. Victoria and Cassia also had a conversation today where Victoria was telling Cassia that she needs a cuddy body. Yes. And Cassia was telling her to go to Femi David. And she was like that, no, she cannot go there. That Femi is too small, he's too short. So he will be like a little teddy bear. I say, voila. So Cassia was like, okay, she should go to Mbadiwe twins. And she was like that, no, that's dangerous territory and out of her jurisdiction. I say it's all right. Also today, Cassia and waiting be this brother named Kelly. They have changed their identity from besties to now kid sister. Yes, they are now siblings. He was like that. He's only taking care of Cassia because Cassia's mother asked him to do that. That Cassia is more or less like his little sister. I say it's okay. It's all right. Very soon she will turn to your mother. Well, after they had that conversation, Cassia was like, it's true. Where's my sheep? Where's my sheep? And Ruthee was like, who is your sheep? And Kelly quickly answered, you don't know her sheep? Toby now. Toby is her sheep. I say, wahala for who no get sheep, oh. I feel like the parents are about to come to an end. I don't know, but that's what I feel, especially because Big Brother did the whole individual diary section today. Yes, we had Nelly first. Nelly spoke about how she's happy, how they are preparing massage and pedicures for everybody for the week. Yes, she spoke about Biggie getting a surprise for Anita for her birthday tomorrow, cake, ice cream, and music. Yes, she spoke about how the Aces took the whole guesting personal, but how they are fine now, yes, because Suj had earlier apologized to her in the morning. Yes, she spoke about that. She spoke about a lot of things, talking about how Mayor and Suj were not in good terms, and Mayor had told her what Suj had said, which was not cool and all. But she's glad that they both have spoken and now they are fine. So nobody is fighting over her anymore. I was like, okay, now, Oshe, babe, where did they fight for? Well, Mayor, during his diary session, he had spoken about how he was good. He had spoken about how the choices he made on Sunday had put him in a mood. Yes, that it was tough and all. It was a tough call to evict somebody. Yes, he had spoken about how initially he wanted to go with Zinwe, but because of his partner and all that, his partner didn't think that that was the right decision and all. That he is an optimistic person while his partner is a realist. Yes, he spoke about how a situationship had bettered his special bond with Ruthee. However, Baba said he still likes Nelly. Yes, and Big Brother had asked him that, is he certain that the feelings with Nelly, like from Nelly's angle, is mutual? And he has said that he's not certain. And Big Brother had said, Big Brother also understands that the heart wants it wants. And he was like, yeah, so that the heart wants what it wants. And Big Brother had told him that, fine, the ball is in your court. And he has said that, yes, that he wants Nelly. So basically, what's the worst that can happen? I'm like, ha ha, wahala. What is the worst that can happen, Baba? God, ha, what on earth is this? Ruthie's week is about to be further destroyed because what on earth is this guy saying in the diary room? Meaning he plans to pursue Nelly. And he is still doing all this ship nonsense with Ruthie. That's why I told you that talk of him saying that he wanted to be, if he's not paired like with his partner, is Ruthie he would have been paired with. That's why I said that talk is just pure sakamache because I mean, oh girl. Wanni had a diary session and she was in high spirit. I mean, she won custodian, so imagine she was so happy. And she said that she thinks the power would be to save and evict. Yes, that's what she thinks the power would be. She said she knew that it would be Indine that would have been evicted. However, because Big Brother had asked her if she had the power, who would she have taken out? And she was like, thanks to Ebuka for revealing what he had revealed, that it would have been Flourish that she would have booted out. Yes, she said it with her full chest. That because Ruthie has been showing her fake love, that she didn't even know that anything was there before Ebuka had said what Ebuka has said. And she had narrated how when she was still seated there during the whole Sunday this thing, after Ebuka said what he said, she had noticed that Ruthie was eyeing her. Also, when she was coming down from the stairs, she had noticed that Ruthie was eyeing her. So she was like, nah, devil, not today. And she was singing that song, Satan, the number you're calling is not available. And that was what she was just doing and all. Her sister had told her not to be petty and to just let things slide. Just for Ruthie to come and meet her, to tell her, if them born you well, call my name. And then she was like, she started calling her name, that in fact she made a mistake. She should have said Ruth and should have asked her for her surname so that she can add it and call the full name so that Ruthie will know that her mama born and where. Yes. And she started talking of how she doesn't even care about Ruthie. That yes, it hurt her when Ebuka said that because Ruthie was someone that she was genuinely getting to know. Yes, Ruthie was someone that she honestly did want to know, and that she's not a bitter person. She doesn't hold grudges. Yes, so she has no bad blood against Ruthie. However, after that whole thing, the icing on the cake for her was winning custodian. Yes. So basically, with all she has said, she had basically insinuated that if she had the power to evict and Flourish were in the bottom four, she would definitely pick them. It's a no-brainer. They are going home. Yes. So it's pretty much if you are Team Flourish, vote for them like you've never voted before. Because if Wanni ex Handi have an opportunity to evict come Sunday, they are going to evict them if they are in the bottom four. And for her sister, she had all love to say about her sister, how her sister is her dictionary, how her sister is just basically everything to her, how her sister has a pure and sweetheart and all that. Now, Toby had his own diary session and he had spoken about his removal of Indine and how basically the thing had put him in a mood at how he had to kind of second guess himself. Yes, he had spoken about how he did that because he needed to level the playing ground a bit. He had spoken about the people he thinks were in an alliance or a fraction. So he needed to get alliances, which he has forged with Zinwe, Radicals, and Flourish Pair. And I'm like, how strategic is this thinking? All these people you've mentioned are the people that have at one point in time appeared in bottom four. How strategic are you really? If you are forming alliances with people that have been in the bottom, what happens to picking people that were not in the bottom? His analysis for me is not analyzing at all. Well, Big Brother had advised him in all his whole analysis, telling him that fine, he should not second guess himself and he should basically keep playing his game. He has spoken about Mayor, how something he found out about Mayor is that Mayor is more emotional than he thought. There was nothing really about Anita's diary session. She was talking about how she was happy and all, how the whole immunity thing and head of house thing came right on time. There was nothing really, and she spoke about the issue we already know with them aces and how it has been resolved and all. Now, for her special request, she had asked for pen and papers for the house. She had also asked for a birthday cake, alcohol, and balloons for her birthday. And Big Brother had told her, I mean, as head of house, you deserve a special birthday. It reminds me, Toby had spoken about fractions, as I said earlier, but he has stated that he did not really know where Nelita lies, but he was going to have a conversation with them again during the week. Now, Anita in the diary room has spoken about how she is in allegiance, and the people she mentioned, like them Aces, Mbadiwe twins, them, Ogbani's name was not there. Streets was not there. So this is me looking and wondering what what alliance Streets think they are making. I feel like the question Tolu asked himself, if he was overthinking, I feel yes, he is overthinking, and right now he needs to settle down and underthink. Yes, so that he can make the right decisions, because nah. His decisions are not decisioning at all. As for Handi has spoken about how, in fact, she was so happy this week, how peace of mind want to enjoy her and her sister. Yes, how she misses home, but it's nice to be here. It's nice to have a sister around and all. How, yes, the first week was quite a lot for her. She struggled a lot the first week because, I mean, she was not ready to let her sister go. Like, basically, she was not ready to lose her sister to another person, to start sharing her sister with another person, and that just took her by surprise. But she's fine now. Sean is a nice guy and basically likes to carry her along in their things. At times she feels like a third wheel, but then again, they make it work, and they make it in a way that she's not a third wheel, but that she started opening up to other people, started talking to other people, and that's how she plans to handle this whole thing. She's happy for her sister because for years now, I think 4 years now, her sister has not been in a relationship, so she's happy for her. She also spoke about the whole fight thing and what had happened. She also spoke about how the whole she had come to the diary session to talk about how touchy Nelly can be and all that, but and how she was going to like also go after Suge and all to show Nelly just a bit of her own medicine, that kind of thing. But that she looked at it and she's not that kind of girl. Yes, so she didn't go through with it. Also, she later had a conversation with Nelly because of that checkers tax. Yes, they had to talk and all. And she found out that Nelly was actually a good person. Yes, Nelly is just like that. She's just touchy, both to females and males. That's her personality. It's not like she means it from a bad place. So that's just it. However, she had spoken about Tofa, talking about how Tofa has been coming on to her, and the next time he does it, she's going to talk to him about it, that he should stay with Anita and his eyes should stop wandering. Biggie had told her that, okay, with the whole her sister getting somebody and all that, that there's Mickey in the picture. And she has said that no, that she does not like Mickey. Yes, that plus anytime she just is nice to Mickey, Mickey comes off too strong towards her. And she does not like him that way. Yes. And she does not even misses a guy. She has not gotten to that point where she misses a guy and want to touch herself and all that. So there's really no. And at that point, Big Brother was like, "She's talking too much. It don't do." Well, a conversation that happened earlier on in the day, we had Ruthee and DJ Flo talking. And DJ Flo was just basically asking Ruthee, do you think you were at fault with what happened with Wanni ex Handi? And do you think you should at least have a conversation with them? And Ruthie said she does not feel she's at fault, and she has just been keeping quiet since. A lot of things about them have been irritating her. She has just been quiet since. If not that Ebuka brought it up, she wouldn't have said anything because of her, DJ Flo. Because DJ Flo is the type of person that would say, "Must you respond? You can just be quiet and just suck it in." So because of that, she just kept quiet all this while. I was like, hey, it's all right, DJ Flo. Sha, flourish people, go and vote, oh, go and vote because well, that's all I have for you guys on this particular video. Please, if you're yet to subscribe, kindly click on the subscription button and click on the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I post any new video. I love you all. Bye, guys.